We head to the nation's capital, where President Joe Biden will deliver the State of the Union address tonight. The president will tout his accomplishments of the past 2 years, but new polling suggests a majority of Democrats now think one term is plenty for Mr. Biden. Despite his insistence, he plans to seek re-election in 2024. Allison Harris is live this morning with the preview. Allison, it seems as though most Democrats are saying, Uncle Joe, thanks, but no thanks.
Yeah, this president is waking up a little bit poll challenged this morning, which is not great considering he has this big address tonight. Good morning, Nick, from the White House. It is a big day here in Washington. Expect the president to deliver tonight's State of the Union address, building on how he's going to build on, the 12 million jobs that he has already added to the economy since he took office, putting him on track to be the best job-producing president ever. Expect to hear him talk about making more progress against inflation, reducing the deficit by making the wealthiest Americans and big corporations pay, and attacking Republicans by saying that he's going to protect Medicare and Social Security, which some far-right conservatives say that they would cut.
Yeah, I want to talk to the American people and let them know the state of affairs, what's going on, what I'm looking forward to working on from this point on, what we've done, and just have a conversation with the American people.
Tonight is really a moment of truth for President Biden. He's marking 2 years of unified Democratic control here in Washington, during which he passed landmark legislation. We're talking about the Inflation Reduction Act, the American Rescue Plan, Build Back Better, and we're looking forward to the next 2 years, which promise political gridlock with a divided Congress, as well as investigations that we've been talking about into his handling of migrants surging the southern border and the U.S. exit from Afghanistan. President Biden will have to answer for the cost of living crisis in this country with low wages, high prices, and high interest rates. All of this is intended to set the stage, as you mentioned, for a possible White House bid for 2024.
Allison, there's some new polling that shows Americans don't believe the president has accomplished very much at all, even though you just listed a number of his accomplishments. Tell us about it.
Yeah, so this is a majority of adults in this poll who say that the president has accomplished not very much or little to nothing in his time in office. More than 6 in 10 American adults saying that, according to this poll. It also shows that most believe that the president hasn't made progress in creating more good jobs in their community or improving roads and bridges in their community. This is important and interesting because these are the president's greatest hits since being in office. The president saying on Friday the economy is strong based on the jobs report, that very strong jobs report that came out Friday, and traveling a couple of weeks ago to show off how the country is going to implement his big infrastructure bill. Tonight, Nick, Sarah Huckabee Sanders is going to deliver the Republican response after that State of the Union. We'll all be watching.
We definitely will. Allison Harris at the White House this morning. Allison, thank you. NewsNation will bring you live coverage and analysis of the president's State of the Union address. It gets started at 8 Central right here on NewsNation.
Thanks for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation in your cable lineup. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-based, unbiased coverage.